Breaking news. Canadian Immigration Minister Sean Fraser announces measures to strengthen family reunification. On May 26, 2023, Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, made an announcement about improvements to strengthen family class immigration in Canada. The new measures include faster temporary resident visa (TRV), processing times for spousal applicants, new and dedicated processing tools for spousal TRV applicants, a new open work permit for spousal and family class applicants, open work permit extensions for open work permit holders expiring between August 1st and the end of 2023. He said IRCC has successfully eliminated the backlog of TRV applications for family members who already have a permanent residency application being processed. Watch till the end for full details.
Because we have some very good news to share that's been in the works for quite a few months, and for families who are wanting to come to Canada and, more importantly, to build their lives in this country. My belief is that families are meant to be together, especially during life's big moments, like moving to a new country. That's why we're working in Canada to help families reunite more quickly and easily, and to support them once they're here as well. You know, in Canada, immigration, it's not just something we do, it's who we are. It's part of our DNA. The reality is, if you're not from an Indigenous community, the opening chapter in your family's history was written by a migrant. It's a tradition we have in Canada that we continue to welcome newcomers. It's the way that we have developed over the more than 150 years of our history, and it's the way that we're going to continue to succeed in the future. Family reunification is one of the core pillars of Canada's immigration system, in addition to economic migration and to resettling vulnerable people. And we know that reuniting families lead to improved emotional well-being, physical health, and mental health, and financial stability for the families that come to our country. When newcomers know that they can bring their families with them when they come work in Canada, it helps them choose Canada in the first place. Make no mistake, ambitious family reunification policy is also ambitious economic policy, and that helps create a competitive landscape for our country in the global race for talent, which has only become more competitive over the last number of years. So we're making a number of improvements to our family reunification process in Canada. At present, family members from visa-required countries who've submitted family class permanent residency applications and are waiting for it to be finalized, they can apply for a temporary residency visa so they can join their sponsor in Canada. But far too many are refused on the basis that they're unlikely to return home, despite the fact that an overwhelming majority, well over 90% of these people, are approved for permanent residency after their application is completed processing. I'm so pleased to share that by increasing our use of technology, advanced analytics, and streamlining our processing, we've done a couple of very important things in recent months. We've successfully eliminated the backlog of temporary residence visas for family members who already have a permanent residency application in process. And very importantly, our new approach towards spousal TRV applications has approved well in advance of 98% of applications, so spouses and their kids can be with their families while they await the processing of their permanent residency application. Going forward, this new approach to processing spousal and children's TRV applications are going to lead to a processing time within 30 days. It is so important that while people who are going through the permanent residency application process after today's announcement are going to be better able to be with their families while they await the application process. This means that family members will be able to travel to Canada more quickly and be with their loved ones sooner than was previously the case. I'm also happy to report that our modernization efforts have enabled us to process new permanent residency applications within the 12-month standard that we enjoyed before the pandemic. We've been meeting that standard back since July. Now, after newcomers arrive in Canada, we know it's critical that they're able to support themselves and their families as well as soon as possible. That's why we're also announcing today that we're launching a new initiative that will issue open work permits to spousal applicants and their dependent children, regardless of whether they applied under the family class program for overseas applicants or under the spouse or common law partner in Canada class. This initiative builds from a pilot program that was previously available under the In Canada spousal program only and is now being extended to applicants who make their application from outside of Canada. Last but not least, beginning June 7th, many open work permit holders whose current permit expires by the end of 2023 will be able to extend their permits for an additional 18 months using a free facilitated process like the one that we've recently used to extend postgraduate work permit holders. And this is going to impact about 25,000 people who currently are in Canada and have the ability to work. This process will be available to a number of open work permit holder categories, and sticking with today's theme of keeping families together, it includes spouses and dependents of most workers who are here temporarily, spouses of international students, and permanent residence applicants and their spouses and dependents who are waiting for their permanent residency to be finalized. So these are the family-focused measures that our government is taking. We're approving TRVs through a new process and a much higher approval rate for family members with the pending permanent residency application. We're accelerating the process of temporary residence visas, and we're issuing open work permits to family members who find themselves in this position. I think these measures are going to benefit not just newcomers to Canada, but everyone who calls this country home. Our future is going to continue to be shaped by immigration in the years ahead. So we need to seize the opportunity to attract the people that we need to grow our economy, to strengthen our diversity, and to support our sense of community. We all know that families are stronger when they're together, and we want to help them unite and prosper here. That means enabling newcomers to bring their families to Canada and enabling those family members to get jobs here at a pace that doesn't pose so much of a barrier to those families who are seeking to call Canada home. If we're going to count on newcomers for our economic well-being, it's my belief that we owe it to them to provide a pathway to be with their families so they can enjoy life with the ones that they care about most. At the same time, they make an important contribution to our country and to their community. Thank you.